The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic.
Shohei Ohtani, 1 of 1.
¡Siéntate! Lo retrata sin sonrisa.
Gone! George has arrived. Good night now. Santa Maria. High and deep and gone.
World Baseball Classic. You get it all.
Underneath the Saturday sun in Tokyo, Japan, pool play continues in Pool C at the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Chinese Taipei and Czechia. There's a big game later tonight at the top of the Pool C standings. This one is massive at the bottom of the standings as both Chinese Taipei and Czechia 0-2. They are fighting to stay out of relegation. Let's say hello from inside the Big Egg. Next to my friend and partner, Jose Mota, I'm Stephen Nelson with you for a third day of doubleheaders, and there's still one more on tap, Jose, and we're blessed to be here. These two teams, though, they're trying to turn this tournament around. Let's start with Chinese Taipei, though, because the offense has been non-existent. The pitching really got knocked around against Japan. They're looking for some positive signs.
Anything, and I think we saw what happened coming into here. They're one of the hottest teams, high expectations, but, you know, games like today allow you to look back and go, okay, the early pressure of the tournament, that's over with. Now that you made mistakes, you know how to address them, move on, and clearly for a team like Chinese Taipei, go out there and score some runs for crying out loud, but beyond that, allow your pitching to give you a chance. I mean, the ERA tells the whole story with ERA near 10. The home runs allowed, average against, but certainly I think overall, get into better counts, avoid the walks, and throw away that big inning.
That's on the pitching side, which was skewed by the 10 spot that Japan scored in the second. But offensively, yeah, they're 4 for 53. They're also missing 3 massive pieces to their lineup. Jonathan Long, Hao Yu Lee, both prospects in MLB, Long for the Cubs, Lee for the Tigers. And Jae-Sean Chen, the captain, got hit in the hand in the first game, and he hasn't played since.
Yeah, those things are going to hurt you throughout a tournament like this. But overall, whatever you have on the field is exactly what your manager wants to see get better. And at this point, you cannot think about who's not here.
So we talked about how both these teams are searching for a win. For Chinese Taipei, searching for a hit, an extra base hit. They don't have any yet in the tournament. For the Czech Republic, Czechia, they're just searching for a clean game. They've had opportunities, they've had hits, they just haven't put it all together.
Key word for you, opportunities. They've had base runners, they've had key hits, they have guys really just in circulation pretty much throughout this tournament, but where's that big hit coming from? And then on top of that is the mistakes. Oh my goodness, so many mistakes. They've been so close yet so far because of things like this. From the coaching part of it, from the defensive decisions being made, and go back to game 2 on things that become routine and allow you a chance to win a ball game. You got to go out there and start with the ball, catch a baseball, and mainly go out there and trust that the worst is behind you. Now, on the positive side, when you continue to see mistakes like this, you start thinking, well, what do we need to do offensively to get there? Martin Scherbeck has been that plus, that spark. He needed to come through. Middle of the order, he finally found that flat swing I was talking about while he was cutting his swing before. And hopefully, this will be enough to inspire them, but put some guys aboard before him.
Now, both these teams leaning on their veterans, Cervenka for Czechia and Yu Chang for Chinese Taipei. Again, just because these teams are at the bottom of the pool standings doesn't mean you should turn away. This is a massive one with big implications for regulation on the line. We'll come back after this, show the lineups, and bring in the first pitch. We're about set for first pitch here in the Tokyo Dome. Game 1 of 2 on this Saturday. Terribly far from us, Saksa.
Hopefully find some answers. Fresh answers for both of these ball clubs. Hey, somebody's going to win today.
Somebody is going to win today, and it would be a big one to make sure you're in your best spot to come back to the next World Baseball Classic. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting team in this one, Chinese Taipei. We keep mentioning it because it's important context to be aware of. They're missing some key cogs in the lineup. But Galigala getting another start at first base in the 6th spot. Yu Chang still cleaning up. He's got 2 of the team's 4 hits.
It seems like the swings get so big when it matters the most, and pitchers are reading into that. Slow it down a little bit more, take a breather. You managers got a message, hey guys, you know what, the worst is behind us. Just understand what got us here, and at the same time, there's not much more you can do individually to get us where we want. It's going to take a full team effort.
Manager Hao Zhizeng trying to keep his troops engaged and ready to play despite the disappointments from the first 2 games. Same can be said on the other side about Pavel Hadim. He knows in the last tournament, 2023, he said he had 3 simple goals, right? Get there, get a win so you can get back to the next one. This time it's a little bit different. I think because of some of the injuries that his own club is dealing with, because of the difficulty and the challenges of Pool C, his goals have changed and perspective has changed a little bit. He wants to get, the next generation of Czech national team players some experience in this one. And of course, he wants to play well.
But we've noticed one thing that hasn't changed is the fact that he has become a little more intense with the expectations, and he expects to play a cleaner game. We haven't seen, even back in 2023, just a consistent influence and presence of a clean game on either side. Could be the base running, now the coaching's taking part here, the pitching and the offensive side. So hopefully the worst is over, start again and get the job done.
The Czech defensive alignment in its 3rd game of the World Baseball Classic. Červenka, the anchor and the mainstay behind the dish as he's catching the start of Jan Novak. Martin Mužík at first. Taran Vavra, he's been at short the first 2 games. He swaps places with Wojtek Menšík. Martin Červenka at the hot corner. Escala, Klub, and Preda from left to right in the outfield.
Great baseball bloodlines, and Taran Vavra, he's got the bat going. Hopefully he gets some people ahead of him. And on the defensive side, he will provide a little comfort, calmness, I say, to Mužík at first base and to Menšík at shortstop. There he is communicating. He's pretty much your captain when it comes down to the defensive side.
All right, here we go. Pitch 1 from Jan Novak. The 32-year-old lefty is bunted down the third base line. The barehand throw, not in time. You need a hit out of your offense. How about that?
Let the crowd tell us how big this was. They are looking for the spark. He's got some extra base power, but also that is just a beautiful touch, little Rod Carew-ish like. Allow the ball to be absorbed by the bat, by the men they call Z.
Now Sung. He flashed bunt. Pulled it back, took a strike, and called against him by Ruben Ramos, who's got home plate. Omar Peralta at first, Chad Fairchild, the crew chief, at second, and Manny Gonzalez, the third base umpire. This is the 6th tournament in the history of Taiwan for Chinese Taipei. Made it out of the first round just 1 time. That was back in 2013. Swing and a miss. And Novak has a punch out on 3 pitches.
That's the swing we're talking about, that just to be cut down. So for Novak, important to just slow things down, react to swings like that last swing, and then when you can, because he does have it, chase a strikeout. Accomplished already.
Coming off the worst season of his Extraliga career, had an ERA north of 9.5. Another bunt, and Novak has trouble fielding it. Stuart Fairchild, he's got the most pop in that lineup. He opts not to use it to create more traffic.
That tells you exactly where they are and the planning coming into this one. Strategically, offensively, this find something, guys, without the bigger swings and looking for the runs, looking for the extra bases. They are closer to score than they have been ever so far this tournament when it comes down to this early part of the ball game.
And on the other side, Czechia, another defensive misplay. Runners are going. Červenka's throw skips away. Chang coming home. He will score. And Chinese Taipei's on the board in the WBC. Small ball for its first run of the tournament.
Convincing game planning, execution, pressure right off the get-go after only 6 pitches. Look at all the plays they have used to keep the pressure on Czechia. That throw has to be caught. I understand the frustration there on Cervenka.
And Fairchild got all the way to third on the play. Yu Chang, dangerous cleanup hitter who's had big moments in the WBC. He's still at the plate. Another look at the throw.
Watch the throw. Cervenka says, I have it exactly where I want it. That ball has to be in your glove.
A ball and no strikes on Yu Chang. They scored an error on the catcher, Martin Cervenka.
We talked about it 10 minutes ago. You know what? This recent pass, now they have to put it away. Start again. Start with the baseball.
Ground ball, base hit left field. Chinese Taipei doubles its lead on the RBI knock from Yu Chang.
Oh, they go 16 innings without scoring, and here we go. All started with small ball, execution, smart playing, game play, and then the big man, who has been looking to come through for a while, gets the job done, cutting down those swings.
First pitch grounded to Mujik. Can't get in the glove. He recovers to make the tag as Lin was hustling down the line. Chang up to second. Now 2 away.
You know, if there's ever a time when a manager can take Steven a break and go to the mound and not address the pitcher, it's a time where you go and address the defense and say, just let it breathe, guys. Really, we're putting way too much pressure on ourselves. It's a basic catch the ball, but start with a baseball.
Novak's only thrown 10 pitches. And yet there's been so much chaos already. There's a strike on the outside corner. Guangguang Galigalau. 1 for 3 in this tournament. He's also walked in his second WBC.
If I have money on anybody to get that first extra base hit, I have it on this man.
Novak with a deep breath. Now the 0-2. Galigalau strikes out swinging. Big pitch from Novak to strand a runner, but 2 for Chinese Taipei in the top of the first. Chen Zhang Zhuang, the starting pitcher for Chinese Taipei against a new look lineup for Czechia. 3 seasons in minor league baseball. It's the entirety of the 2023 season with an elbow injury. Vavra gets into one, right center field, off the wall. He's got 2, and he will hold up with a leadoff double. So Pava Hadim in the lineup shakeup pays off.
He wanted early thunder, and he's getting it right now. So Matt just feeding off of this. Nice job approaching. Launch angle there by Vavra. Does a very good job as he strides, finds the ball in the swing path. Is absolutely beautiful. Something to build off of. Both teams off to decent starts for the Bats.
Now Willie Escala has been at the bottom of the lineup each of the first 2 games. Now in the 2-hole. Can't get the bunt down. We saw a couple of bunt singles from Chinese Taipei in the top of the first. Czechia trying to match the small ball in the home half. Misses low and away. But he was ready to bunt again. The corner infielders for Chinese Taipei ready to crash.
Interesting at third base that Chang crashes like 3 steps and then goes back. Yeah, third base. There he is.
Now swinging away. Strike 2. Vavra, Escala, Hloop elevated. Chervenka still holding down the cleanup spot behind the dish. Ryan Johnson, the 2-way player, batting 5th as the DH. Mujik at first. Chervenka in the hot corner. Menchik moved from second to short, now batting 8th. And Preda, the high schooler, in right field.
Willie Escala has been around the game long enough to understand what it takes in situations like this to do the smallest of things to let your team know, guys, we are a different ball club. Moving that guy over.
The 1-2. Escala pulls it just foul on the first base side. So they had the bunt sign on to begin this plate appearance for Escala, and then apparently it was taken off, and now he's got to swing away and try and wipe away the frustrations with runners in scoring position from the previous game that Czechia had.
Which even that, Stephen, is a change. Enforcing bunts even on a 3-0 count. I like this change. Give the guys a chance to swing the bat.
Another 1-2. Escala strikes out swinging. So
scoring position continues to be a struggle. The swings get bigger, and that's what happens.
Now 0 for 9 with wrist in the last game and change. The defensive alignment for Chinese Taipei behind Zhang Aozhuang.
You want to take care of staff? That's the guy right there, Lyle Lin. Let's get things squared away by working ahead. He'll gain some strikes for you. He'll steal some.
Mark Hloop, chop strike 2 foul.
Now Lin has a reputation of very prepared. Obviously, he's got good size, good frame, and he presents the ball very well for the umpires.
Pulled that one over through it, and you see Lyle Lin telling his starter, hey, calm down.
We've seen this pattern with a lot of teams here in WBC so far in this pool. Catchers getting way, way off lane.
Zhuang's 1-2. Hloop stays alive, fouling one away. Hloop 2 for 7 in this WBC. The walk and 2 strikeouts.
Hopefully the wrist is at a point now after a few games where he can at least manage the better swings. We haven't seen it yet.
Hloop pulls one high in there. That'll hook into the seats.
See that swing? Let's go to the Scannery Bulldogs. Wong with velocity takes a back seat. He can get it up there to mid-90s. Now it's about location, maintaining arm speed, especially with that good splitter he has, and a tighter slider. Make sure Lin goes to work for you behind the plate. Make him work. Bounce him.
Zhuang wanted strike 3, but that appeared to be comfortably off the plate, and now the count is square on Hloop.
I did like the spin on that one. Nice finish at 79 miles an hour.
1 on, 1 out. The 2-2. Oh, that one had fooled Hoop, buckled him a little bit, but did not get the call. So now the count goes full.
Fooled the umpire a little bit too. Good spin, great location. That was a Yamamoto type breaking ball. No ABS, my friend.
And so Hoop engaging in a good fight here. Chinese Taipei with its first 2 runs of the entire tournament in the top of the first inning with the early lead. Strong trying to put Hoop away. 3-2. This is pitch number 9. That is ball 4. What an at-bat. A plate appearance by Monik Hoop. And you saw what he said to the dugout. He's nodding his head. Let's go.
And he's barking now, is Juan to the umpire. Ruben Ramos from Puerto Rico. He's 95. Well located, just off the plate.
I don't know that he's... Either he's unaware there's no ABS here because he's coming from the A's minor league system, right, where he's very familiar, or he's sending a message to Ruben Ramos to tighten up the zone.
Yeah, be careful with that. You've already seen a couple of games, so you know there's no ABS system.
Well, Czechia in need of a big hit. Here's their big bat, Martin Červenka. Hit high in the air, hooking toward the seats in the left field side, and gets out of play.
Hope to see Červenka bring the approach we saw in his last game. As he flattened the swing, actually spread out a little bit more. Told me that he crouched down a little bit more, lay off the high fastball, but the swing really became way more efficient on the pull side.
10 minor league seasons with Cleveland, Baltimore, and the New York Mets. Now leading Czechia. He's down swinging. 2 gone in the first. Second strikeout for Zhuang.
Seeing a couple of fastballs now, location-wise, and he's got a nice run and a nice tailing in on this one. 94, right below the label.
So it'll be up to Ryan Johnson, the self-described Timu Ohtani, discount Shohei Ohtani. He is the two-way player in Pool C, with Shohei not pitching in this WBC. 2 on, 2 out. Strike 1 at the bottom of the zone.
Buckle early. Got a good spinning breaking ball early in counts. Going back to Yamamoto, what we know he does. To steal some strikes early.
Quickly 0-2.
When we said base runners have not been an issue, it's how to cash in for Team Czechia.
A strike away from squandering another opportunity. Strike 3. 3 punch-outs for Zhuang. Strands a pair. Back for the top of the second inning. Chinese Taipei returns to the plate, up 2-0 on Czechia. Another bunt flashed. This from Lyle Lynn. 7, 8, and 9 to the plate.
Wouldn't you at this point? Why not? You're on their heads a little bit on the defensive side.
Ground ball to short. Menchik to his left. The throw, the stretch. It's out number 1.
The right stretch this time. Wait for the ball to dictate for your first base by Mujik.
Jose, take us into the swap in the middle of the infield for the Czechia defense. Menchik had been at second base the first 2 games. Vavra was at short. Those 2 switch, and you saw the throw there from Menchik kind of lost a little bit of life at the end there.
Yeah, you're right. I'm basing it on what they need for him to be more comfortable. At second base, he did not look all that comfortable. Get it back to shortstop. Vavra can play anywhere, and as I said earlier, with Vavra, those guys next to him, I think it's just a plus for him.
Červenka in the glove. So these couple of plays here, if you're a Czech fan, you're hoping can settle the defense down, because you have seen some nerves